All right, we have our bell peppers, our onions, our potatoes. We're gonna drizzle some olive oil quickly right onto our sheet pan. We don't need too much. This will just help the potatoes crisp up a little bit. We're gonna add a little bit of salt on top of all of our veggies. And then of course, a little bit of black pepper. Keeping it simple for now. And then we're gonna give this a good mix. I have my tongs here. We want everything to be combined together on our sheet pan. All right, and this is gonna go in the oven until they're soft. All right, it was in there for 20 minutes. Now they're not fully cooked, and that's how we want it. Next, I'm bringing in my Jimmy Dean regular breakfast sausage, and we are just going to spread our breakfast sausage here and there on top of our potatoes and our onions. I'm gonna use a majority of this tube of sausage, but you could also do a ground turkey, you could do a carnitas, you could do whatever breakfast meat you like, a bacon, just, make sure to chop it up so that it can cook evenly in our oven. All right, so we used half of our sausage tube. This is gonna go back into the oven to brown that sausage for 5 minutes. While our sausage is browning, I'm gonna bring in my 6 eggs, and I have here some cottage cheese. We're gonna add about 1 cup of cottage cheese to our 6 eggs. If you don't like cottage cheese, you can skip it and just maybe add some cream or something to it. But I personally love cottage cheese in my eggs. We're gonna season our eggs with some garlic powder. You guys know I love garlic, so I'm gonna go heavy-handed. This is gonna help season the entire dish as well. And I have some onion powder, which will complement those onions that we already cooked up. And then I'm gonna do a little bit more of our pepper and salt, just because that's what I like. But you can season this how you like your eggs. Okay. Just a little bit of salt.
A lot of pepper.
Oh, I like pepper. And then we're gonna whisk these together until they are fully combined and we have a nice scrambled egg. All right, that looks perfectly mixed. Let's go ahead and check out our sausage. All right, our sausage is nice and browned. It is time to add our egg mixture right on top of our veggies and sausage. We want to make sure that it gets spread evenly throughout the pan. Before we pop this back in the oven, I'm just going to sprinkle some mild cheddar cheese. This is just the cheese I already had, but you can use whatever cheese you like. And I'm going to use whatever was left in this bag, which I think was about half a bag. So use as much or as little as you like. This recipe is completely customizable, just like most of my recipes. All right, some people aren't gonna get as much cheese as the others, but I think that's fine. This is gonna go back into the oven for another 20 minutes. Oh my, this smells absolutely incredible.
Yum.
All right, now I have over here my burrito tortillas that I heated up. And before we get our mixture in there, I'm gonna just do a tad bit of chipotle aioli right on there. I think that's enough. And now I'm gonna grab a spatula and we are gonna make some breakfast burritos. We're gonna get a good amount of all of that right into our tortilla. That seems like enough. So this is a great way to meal prep your breakfast. I absolutely love breakfast burritos. So we're just gonna fold in those edges so that we can make a delicious breakfast burrito. Okay, so you should be able to get 8 breakfast burritos out of the mixture, and your pack comes with 8 tortillas. All right, let's see the inside. Oh yeah, that looks perfect. Ooh. Okay, let's give this a try. I'm so excited. So good.